Welcome to the Marvel Knot Network.
I'm a go-getter.
Let's go! And come back with that.
I'm a go-getter.
Let's go!
I said to him, what do you think? He pulled it up, then he said, drink. I thought about that, then made it a fact. And back the truck up to the bank, it goes on and on. Could never be wrong. The truth is a serum and this stuff is strong. Beat in my chest and I'm king in his song. Put you on the ground with the blue uniform, with the knee on your back with the handcuffs on. Brothers been friends since before you was born. Brothers is shucking like green as a corn. Staying on top, the bus my firstborn. Sorry about that, I didn't mean you no harm. Sorry about that, I didn't know that's your mom. The next time you leave in the house, muzzle your mouth and keep the leash on.
I'm a go-getter.
Let's go! And come back with that.
I'm a go-getter.
Let's go! Before I take off, I'ma say stop wondering how I get what I got. I worship the potter, you worship the pot. So when you look, could you please marvel not? Like my man said in the beginning, he told you what's up, and that's what that is. I popped my trunk, I backed that up to the bank and came back and parked right next to his. I walk in my purpose, straight to my fate. When I do that, I do not contemplate. I don't hesitate when it comes to that plate. I'm a greyhound when they raise up the gate. Going off like mosquito spray. I broke Xbox, boy, we don't play. No games, better watch what you say. Muhammad Ali in his heyday. Float like a butterfly, Cassius Clay. Sting like a b-boy, where you lay. On that canvas, you better stay. Water flowing, K-Jam, boom, my yay. See these boys, they all the haters. Cause they know they all can't fade us. They stuff bunk. Eyes get it crunk like heavy duty starters and alternators. Go.
Crescendo, the real flow. This dope be flowing through your ventro. Come back with another killer intro. Been my y'all 52 years or so. Seeds planted and it's water, so it's gotta grow. No slack, I smack backs for ash from contacts with rabbit out of black hat. Can you phosphor from that? Hear a brother come back. I'm a go-getter. One damn run and no damn litter. He's nice, but the dog bites. When you're looking in the mirror, don't get too familiar. Okay, bro, alright. Can you see me coming through your rear view clearer? Oh, damn, it's the bright lights. I'm just in the mirror, may appear to be bigger. My networking figures is about to get triggered. I'm chopping them down. K-Jam says timber. My mother's a Virgo. She's born in September. I got the time, but you do not remember. These brothers is hungry. I'm making them slimmer. They calling for truth, but they would not surrender. My stomach is growling. They looking like dinner. I kick it like Bruce and push close like I'm Jenna.
I'm a go-getter.
Let's go! I'm a go-getter.
Champion Character Water, revitalizing not only your body, but your character as well.
Do you have it in you?
Coming up next, Digging Deep.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Keith Robinson.
Welcome to another edition of Digging Deep. I'm your host, Keith Robinson. And in this episode today, we're going to be discussing our roles in the kingdom. the kingdom being the house in this case. Now, before we jump into it, I want to define a couple of things because they'll be very poignant in this piece. The first being a king, and I have it right here. The male ruler of an independent state, especially one who inherits the position by the right of birth. The next definition is a queen, the female ruler of an independent state, especially one who inherits the position by the right of birth. Now, in this case, the independent state is the home. So right away, I want you to see that both are rulers. Now, going back to when I was young, I watched my father, my pops, go to the store, go get the food, bring it back to the T. Jones. The T. Jones being mom, you know, me being down south. A lot of us call our moms T. Jones. I also watched him mow the yard, take out the trash, etc., etc. Now, all of those jobs that he was doing would inherently be brought down and given to me. And on the other hand, I watched the T, my mom, cook the food, use the money that he brought back home to buy cleaning supplies, decor for the home. I also watched her comb the girls' hair, buy clothes for all of the children, etc., etc. Now, what it made me realize is that these two were working for each other. And what I mean by that is my mom was helping my dad, my pops, with the kingdom. My dad was helping the T with the queendom. And so it made me think, they're playing chess. Hence the definitions we talked about in the beginning. The king, my pops, the queen, my mom. Now, the king is the most important piece, but the queen is the most powerful. See, that's very important. They can both make the same moves, but the queen can make them infinitely across the board. She can go infinitely diagonally, infinitely horizontally, infinitely vertically, and infinitely backwards. Now, the king can make these same moves, but only one at a time. And it's very important. Because see, if you've got a powerful queen and she's not on the same page with the king, then she can make any move she wants, right? And so she's that type that goes, well, I'm not going to do what you say, king. I'm going to go over here. And she can do that with infinite power. Now, see, that's important because when that queen goes out, the opposition sees that and they converge on her. Now, not because they want her, but because they know the love that that king has for that queen is going to draw him out. Now, once he gets drawn out, they forget about the queen because she's only the most powerful piece, but not the most important. Because they know if they get the queen, it's check. But the game goes on. But they also know if they get the king, it's checkmate. And the game's over. We can go back to slavery days when they got that Mandingo warrior and they brought him out in front of the women and the children to break him in front of them. See, that's the same thing that's happening now. They want to break down the family dynamic. And to do that, you have to get the head, the king, right? And that's very important. So you want to make sure that your queen is on the same page as you because she's also a ruler too. And the queen also wants to make sure that she's following a king that's headed in the right direction. Now, I'm saying that to say you can apply that to your home. There's always these dynamics of power struggle. And it shouldn't be that way because my mom and my pops work together for the betterment of the kingdom, the home. Right? And so I have another example I want to give you. A boxing match is a perfect example. You've got your manager and you've got your fighter. The fighter could be the mom, the manager could be the dad, or vice versa. The dad could be the fighter and the mom could be the manager. The whole reason that they are in that bout is to win it. Now, the manager is overseeing the fight because he can see the whole ring. The fighter can only see so much because they're in the ring. So after a round is over, that fighter comes back and plops down on that stool and they're tired and they're trying to listen and they're getting water thrown on them, they're getting wiped down and they're getting Vaseline put on their face. And the manager says, "Hey, I see what's going on out there. You need to keep your left up when you throw your right." But the fighter turns around and says, "I know what I'm doing. I got this," and doesn't listen to the direction and the instruction and goes right back there, out there for the next round and gets knocked down. Now, it wasn't the manager's fault that the fighter got knocked down, but they both still end up losing the fight. So I just want y'all to remember that. Think about that and apply that to your home and quit the power struggle dynamic because a house divided cannot stand. Now that's all I got, y'all. Short and sweet, because I don't want to get on too many tangents and get off base here. The basis of this episode is to tell you to stop with the struggle within the home. You're both rulers. You're both king and queen and king. Get together and execute each other's plan to keep the castle standing. And that's all I got for this episode. I'm Keith Robinson, digging deep on the Marvel Knot Network.
Alaskan made Arctic rain honey, raw honey, lotion bars, lip stuff, sweet and spicy relish. Honey that is pure and untamed as the Alaskan wilderness. Get yours today. Arctic rain honey.
Coming up next, Moments in Time.
Moments in time.
Welcome to Miguel's, a popular restaurant and bar located in the heart of the city. Here is where our story begins as we peer in on the activities of the suave and charming young man, Derek Jameson.
Excuse me, I couldn't help but to notice that your glass is half empty. You mind if I buy you another? Red wine?
Oh, it's sangria, actually.
Ah, sangria. Interesting choice. Let's see. It originated in Spain. It's sweet, fruity, and served chilled. A refined blend.
Okay, wow. So you know your drinks. Are you a bartender by chance?
No, nothing like that. I just pride myself into knowing a little bit about everything, including you, if that's okay.
Okay, so you think I'm interesting because of my choice of alcoholic beverage?
Well, that's just part of it. I mean, you could just be sitting here looking beautiful while enjoying the sex on the beach, but you chose a red wine, which lets me know that you have a delectable palate. And your pencil skirt and the blazer, it lets me know that you're like no other woman in here.
Oh, wow. Well, Mr.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That is so rude of me. I'm Derek Jameson.
Derek Jameson. I appreciate your vast knowledge of beverages and women's apparel, but I think I'm gonna call it a night.
Yo, what's up, D?
Oh, what's up, T, man? I didn't know you was in here. What's good?
Oh, man, I'm just in here chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? Say, man, who was that woman you were just with?
You know it. Oh, man, matter of fact, I didn't even get her name. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Hey, she left, bro. They was getting into it outside, so be careful.
Oh, okay, bet.
Ow. Ooh. Ow, my head.
Miss Ross, I see that you're finally awake. I know your head's probably pounding. I'm Nurse Nancy. You took a nasty little blow to the back of your head. It required a few stitches, but lucky for you, a young man brought you to the hospital last night.
Yeah, Nurse Nancy, pounding times 10. A young man? Who?
Well, he said his name was Derek Jameson. He said he was not next to kin, but were able to find a contact for you when we looked through our records. He did, however, wait until this morning before leaving, right after your fiancée showed up. Mr. Jameson left his contact information with us, just in case he needed to contact him about any details of what happened last night.
Wait. What? Wait, my fiancé? Oh, Robert? He's not here, is he? He and I are actually no longer engaged.
Oh, I'm so sorry. He is here and is waiting for you. I just sent word that you're awake. Oh, here he is now. I'll leave you two alone for a bit so I can finish my rounds. I'll be back in a few, though.
Jasmine, are you all right? What in the world did you involve yourself in? A nightclub? Really? You know,
Don't
you
tell
really
me what
need
I
to-
need, Robert. And you didn't need to come here. I'm sure your time is needed elsewhere. Perhaps with, what's her name again? Becky?
Oh, that again? Look, I was worried sick when I heard you were in the hospital. I didn't know if it may have been job-related or if you had even gotten seriously injured. I came here as soon as I could get away. I still care about you. You know that, right?
You still care about me? Yes, sure you do. You care about me so much that right before our wedding, you saw solace of another woman's bed. So, Robert, forgive me if I don't believe you and I ask you to leave right now.
Look, people make mistakes. I made a mistake, and there's no excuse for what I did. Look at me. I'm sorry for what I did, but I'm here now. Let me at least give you a ride home. They told me some dude brought you here last night, so I know you ain't got your car. Please, let me at least do this for you.
Some dude. Fine. Just get me out of here. I really want to go home right now.
Okay. I'll go and bring the car around, and I'll meet you downstairs.
Okay, Miss Ross, everything looks fine. You need to take it easy for a couple of days and follow these instructions for your stitches. Here are some forms that you'll need to fill out at the front desk, and you'll still need to set up a follow-up with your family care physician by next week.
Nurse Nancy, thank you so much. I appreciate all you have done.
It's my pleasure, ma'am. And here's that contact information that Mr. Jameson left.
Oh, okay, thank you. I got the number.
Here, let me get that door for you. Oh, yeah. And watch your head.
Ha ha, not funny. Just take me home so I can properly start to forget about this day. And please be quiet. My head is pounding.
Okay, we're here. Are you sure you don't want me to take you to get your car? I could go pick it up for you as well, if you need that.
No, I'll take care of it later. You better go, Robert, before your little friend starts to worry about you.
It's fine. She and I are not even together anymore.
Okay, well, what they got to do with me? Bye.
Are you sure you're okay? Do you need me to help you up to your apartment, tuck you in or anything? You did take a nasty blow to your head.
No. Look, Robert, we're done. Thanks for the ride, but I really do not need anything else from you.
Damn, why are you so cold? I'm only trying to help you. You called me, remember?
I called you. No, I didn't call you. The hospital called you. Okay, and don't worry, I changed that bit of information on my emergency contact before I left, so please don't expect any more calls on my behalf.
Well, how will I know if something else happens to you? Look, I know I messed up, but from the look of things, you need me.
I need you? Robert, I need you? Really? Really, Robert? Get the hell out my face.
Fine. I'm sorry. Forgive me for trying to help. I'll call you later to make sure that you're okay.
Don't worry about it. I'm sure I'll be just fine. Have a great rest of your life. And thanks for everything again.
You're welcome.
Hey, Gussie. Bet you're hungry. Hello?
This is Special Agent Johnson. Good morning, Agent Ross.
Oh, good morning. Sorry, I wasn't expecting a call this early. I'm sorry.
No problem. Just consider this a health and welfare check. I heard that you had an interesting first day. Well, I'll be looking forward to your brief. But for now, it sounds like you need to get a little rest. I will check on you in a few days, Agent.
Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am. Sounds good.
Oh, by the way, I had your car towed to your apartment building. It's downstairs in the garage, and your keys are at the front desk. Get some rest, Agent Ross. I will plan the next move while you recover.
Okay, Special Agent Johnson. Will do. Bye. Shit. Oh, my head. Oh. Good one, Jazz. First assignment. And somehow I get hit with a bottle, run into my ex, and my car get towed. I would laugh right now, but it would hurt too much. Ooh. Hey, girl. Now's not really a good time, okay?
Why? You got company? The mankind? I know you better than that. With that business suit you had on last night, was that your old prom dress?
Girl, let's just say it wasn't a good night or morning for that matter. I ran into Robert's ass.
Where you see his stank ass at? The skinny white bitch convention?
Long story. Make yourself at home or whatever. I'm going to bed. Close and lock the door when you leave.
Damn, you a vampire.
Moments in time.
Coming up next, Comet Ringo.
G, give me a scan of the sector.
We are getting close. I'm detecting atomics 78, 71, 46, and 45. Warning, the Ventros Galactic Corporation has just acquired this zone. The current stated penalty for trespassing is death.
Yeah. We'll be long gone before they even know we were here. You just help me find the parts I need so we can finally get off this rock. All this technology and the V's are trying to hoard it all for themselves. That tip from Mango Prime was well worth it, though. We're close. I can feel it.
Comet. Target location acquired. Flight warm-up initiated. Setting course. Incoming object detected. Long range area threat. Most likely BGC recon drone. Depart immediately.
Sir, we have unknown object bearing mark 172, 40 kilotons per hour, heading into the current impact zone.
What? Impossible! There are no settlements there. Where is it? Let me see. Zoom in. Is that a boy? What is he writing? Who is he? Run ID scan and connect me to his comms. Little boy, do you know where you are? What is it that you think you're doing? You are in Ventros Galactic territory and can be killed for trespassing. Turn around now and leave immediately. Answer me. Is this thing on?
Contact 177351. Inbound target back 2 cycles plus 1. In pursuit, drone 7. Position for FR.
Who's this boy y'all keep speaking of?
Facial recognition is complete. Target is identified as Comet Ringo.
Comet Ringo? Who the hell is that?
Sir, the target's name is...
Shut up! Overlord, the boy's name is Comet Ringo. He is wanted with, thefts, attempted thefts, and false entry intrusions, Overlord.
You mean to make a fool of me, Tiptoe?
No.
If that boy ain't here by Antoria's rising, you won't have to worry about tiptoeing around here no more.
Atomics located. Short retrieval. Warning, 3 incoming signals. Wave harmonics mass. Scatter hunter. Suggestion, flee.
Not yet, damn it. Not until I get what I came here for. It's got to be around here. This has got to be it, OIG. Our ticket off this rock. Match the schematics Mangor gave.
Scanning. 98.7% match.
Yes!
Hey, is it supposed to glow like this?
Detecting anomaly. Unknown power source. Unknown element. Unknown intrusion software.
Hey, what the hell is going on?
Override proceeding.
What? What just happened? OIG, answer me.
Scan complete. Linguistic pattern. Biochemistry. Stardate data. Atmosphere. Organic life
What?
form operating
Organic
at
life form?
65% function.
What are you talking about?
Incoming targets. Accessing threat level. Organic heartbeat increasing. Assume threat. Activating self-preservation mode.
OIG? I can't move. Can you hear me?
Yes. Prepare for stasis.
Wait. What?
Terrain cloaking initiated.
Happening to me?
Where did that little bastard go? He was just here. He is really trying to hide. Come out here, boy, and make it easier on yourself. Spread out. Find him.
Oh, my son. Well, you finally awake, Comet? And I see why you so tired. You've been tinkering with them parts all day. It's a wonder why you slept so long. And I don't want you messing with that stuff all the time. You need to get out and see the world. Maybe go outside, get some fresh air, meet some other kids, meet new people.
Mama, they just boring. None of them know how to assemble a spruce motor, jack up the relay lifters on a scoop pump. Nothing. The only fun one in the bunch is Carla.
Oh, Carla, huh? What's she like, my son? Ah, don't get all shy on me. I'm your mother. Now tell me, what's she like?
She's like me, Mama. She likes the same kind of stuff I do.
Oh, really?
She even helped me build a booster rocket one time. I mean, it didn't really work but 20 minutes, but that 20 minutes was like magic. I guess you could say I like her.
Oh, you do, huh? So, what about me? What am I supposed to do when you run off with Carla?
No, Mama. I love you. And when we leave, I'm taking you with us.
Is that so? So you sound like you got this all figured out. Except for the part that you're only 10 cycles old.
Sir, I think I might have located the boy, but something's different. Just can't explain it, sir. Sir, I couldn't even see him at first, but he's in some kind of energy field. Yeah, that's right. I got him too. He's on the scope now. I'm not waiting around anymore to see what this kid does.
Ah!
You said you come from the bottom, I come from the bottom. When I was there, I ain't see none of you niggas. I ain't with the flex, and I been down and stretch, and I get my respect, and not one of these niggas. What's wrong with these niggas? On IG with weapons, it ain't nothing special about none of these niggas. If I have to up it, then shit gon' get bloody. Won't pull it to take me no motherfucking picture. I've been in the house with no lights and no...
So he thinks he's tough. Get me Caddis, head of the assassins!
Coming up next, The Awakening.
George Crumb, 1824 to 1914. Crumb, a chef and restaurateur, is said to have unintentionally created the potato chip during the summer of 1853. They were made in response to a customer who sent back their fried potatoes after complaining that they were too thick. The crisps were an instant hit, and though Crumb never patented the creations, chips are arguably now one of the world's most favorite snacks.
Show your support for the Marvel Night Network by purchasing a tee by scanning the QR code above.
Good evening. Today, we will be discussing decisions. Since the beginning of time, man has had to make many decisions on a lot of different things, in a lot of different situations, for that matter. Now, those things could be for his own welfare and well-being, or for the welfare and well-being of others. But in the older days, it just seemed like his decisions were rooted firmly in his word. Meaning, if a man said he was going to do something, he did it. It seems, however, that in today's world, we don't really see that as much. You know, in this world driven by social media likes, popularity, and fame, it seems that a lot of times that man has abandoned his word and the power that is associated with it. Even his morals are now subjected in his personal decision-making process and can be compromised by the longing for wealth, subjective truth, personal gain, and pleasure. So today, I like to talk about the true power of firm decisions right here and right now on The Awakening.
Hey man, the Charlie Daniels band back in the 80s, they made this jam about the devil coming down to Georgia. When they came down to Texas too, check it. The devil came down to Texas. He was looking for a
Good evening. I'm Kevin Shaw. And I'm Keith Robinson. This is The Awakening. So this is our inaugural show for The Awakening, and we wanted to do something very special. But before we get into that, which you already heard in the monologue, I want to say a special welcome to my partner, VP of the Marvel Night Network, Keith Robinson. Glad to have you on the show with me, brother.
Glad to be here, my G.
All right. So we're going to be talking about making decisions and why we make the decisions that we make. So I'm going to start with you first, Keith. Tell us why you make decisions or how you go about the process of making good decisions.
Well, it first starts off with a spiritual basis. And that is, we inherently were given free will. Now, free will is the basis of all decision making because you have free will to make whatever choice you want to make. A good example of that is you can choose your sin, but you can't choose your consequences. Now, I said that to say, when I try to make a decision, I first consider and acknowledge whatever the subject is that I'm trying to make a decision on. And then I want to make sure I really think about the repercussions and the ramifications of the decision I make. So I try to be objective because I want to make an objective decision. That means, considering the outcome, considering all of the circumstances. So I consider all of that, and then I go to the Father and I say, here's my issue. Order my steps so that I can make the right decision.
And I'm going to tell you, that's a tremendous amount of wisdom in that. But for the younger audience that may have not experienced the things to where you can make those kind of wise choices, we're going to give you a basis that you can look at to make choices. First of all, it's going to start with experience. So there's two ways of getting this. Knowledge, which is experience, or wisdom by listening to someone that may be older than you, maybe an older relative or someone of that nature that's already experienced it, right? So they tell you about how to go about these things and you just duplicate what they did. But there's other aspects to that as well. Your upbringing, right? Maybe it's not a home that has a good moral foundation. Incarceration, things of that nature that takes away your decision-making power. But before we get to that, we need to understand what does it take to make good decisions. So first, let's start off with thinking. So when I say thinking, right, which is basically what you were saying with the wisdom piece of how you will follow these pathways to think about what the ramifications of your decisions are. What would you say to a young man or young woman that really doesn't know how to formulate their mind to think in that way?
Well, the first thing is to let them know, I haven't done tomorrow yet either. So I'm saying that to say there's a formula that has to be applied. And again, I'll reiterate, I gave you a little bit of the formula in the beginning. The formula is understanding what's going on. And you said something that was very, very pertinent. You may not have the knowledge or the wisdom, but the wisest people go seek that from the people that do. Those are what the wisest people do. So you get your counsel, and that's very important because you want to make sure you're going to someone that will give you solid counsel.
Yes.
And what I mean by that is you have people that'll say, oh man, well, I would do this and I would do that. No, they wouldn't. But you hear someone hears that, and then they go apply that, and then they get all the negative repercussions and ramifications of this bad counsel. So again, seek solid counsel. Absolutely. That is key in anything you do. Solid counsel, let's break it down into layman terms. You go and talk to someone that has your best interest at heart.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm going to share with you a part of my life and why the decisions that I have made were chosen. I grew up as a very introverted child, an only child. So I was very good at listening, right? And with listening, there can be a lot of wisdom gained. All of us know people who do a lot of talking.
Yes, sir.
And very little listening. And we kind of sum those people up as people who make kind of rash decisions because they don't think enough or listen enough to get the information that will help them think on how to solve the problem correctly or to make the right decision. So growing up the way I did caused me to listen. Now, I couldn't stay introverted forever, especially in the line of work that we do.
Right.
Right. So the basis of this is like, now I want to give the information to help out those that need it and could use it. So when I look back over my life, I understand that my experiences may not be the same as yours, but if you listen to what I'm saying and take some of the wisdom that I'm saying, the first thing I would tell a young person to do is start listening.
And listening. Let's talk about that for a second. You have these two things to listen with. But what my man was just alluding to is a lot of people listen with this. And you can't. Close this so you can receive what's being given to you here.
Absolutely.
Because you cannot talk and listen at the same time. I'm sure there's somebody that can, but if they're there, they're very gifted and they're very blessed. But the average layman needs to close this and open these. See, now, so once you receive whatever instruction it is, now you still have to put your own interpretation of what's been given to you. Because I can give you a whole situation of the decision I made in my situation So what I'm trying to give you is the logic. See, there's thinking, and like he alluded to my show, Digging Deep. Digging Deep is just a phrase for critical thinking. See, you get what you need to think about, but then you have to dig deeper into it. And that's where we go back to where we're saying, you're considering repercussions, ramifications. And if I do this, what's going to happen? If I do this, what's going to happen? If I don't do this, what won't happen? So again, it's all about what are you trying to accomplish? You have to consider who's going to be hurt. You have to consider, are you going to be hurt? You have to consider with the decision that you make, will you be able to live with it?
Yes, that's definitely true. And speaking of repercussions, there's definite repercussions for your decisions as well. And not all repercussions are good. There's a lot of horrible repercussions, right? One thing I alluded to earlier was incarceration. So, you may be doing something that you know you shouldn't be doing, but you weigh the odds, think the odds are in your favor. You make the decision. The decision was a bad one, and now you get in trouble, and here comes the repercussions, right?
Right.
There's a lot of people in prison to this day because of bad choices and bad decisions. Now, when we're speaking about the bad choices that you make, why do we make bad choices over good choices? My partner would always say, I'm glad you asked.
So, speaking of crime,
yeah,
you just made me think of something. They're in a bad situation. They know the situation. They're going to make decisions. The decisions are already kind of stymied because there's only so many decisions that you can make. So they know they're in a bad situation. So what do people in crime say? You can't do the time, don't do the crime. See, those are decisions already made. You've already decided, I'm going to do this because I know my ramification and my repercussion, but I'm going to take this penitentiary chance anyway. That was nothing but a whole line of decisions, knowing the possible repercussions.
Absolutely. And those repercussions not only affect you, but those that are around you as well.
Exactly. Family, right, friends, peers that you'll be locked up with.
Right.
What's one of the first things they say when you go and get locked up? They say, what you in for?
Absolutely.
And what that really means is what you decide to do. Decisions.
Yeah. Yeah. So when we're looking at young people, right, we know that not all households are perfect. We know that there are a lot of single parent homes and a lot of people that grow up in that way. I was one of those people as well, right? So let's talk about a little bit the roles that the parents play and how the child decides to make decisions, right? For me, only having one child, that was the only, one parent, I should say, excuse me, that's the only thing I had as to look up to, right? To set a foundation of what my decision-making process, even my morals, would allude to in my life. My mother did, I would say, a excellent job, a terrific job in raising me. Could it have been better? Of course. We all know, statistically speaking, that multiple parents in the household makes for better children and how they raise and get educated. And normally their social well-being and their social status in the world. So it could have definitely been better, but it was what I needed. And she set such a great example for me that it allowed me to achieve the things that I've been able to achieve in life. So when you think about the parent's role in the child's decision-making process, what do you think about when you think of that?
Well, I'll play the parent. Hey, son, this is what you're going to do. Here's your plan of action. You're going to go to school. You're going to finish school. You're going to go to college. You're going to get your degree. And then you're going to go and get your vocation with your family for the rest of your life. I'm setting a plan for him to takes away some of his decision making because he's not in a place to where he can make those kind of decisions in his future. So I set his expectation. So now, as that expectation's been set, I watch him and I see if he's walking toward the objective and the goal. And I'm saying that to say, when I'm watching him and he's not moving toward the goal we've set, I say, hey, son, I don't think that was a good decision. The decision you just made is going to hinder you from accomplishing your goal, the goal being the repercussion. So we make it simple. You have your goal. Make the decisions that will get you to your goal, not to take you away from your goal. And that's just in applicable terms.
Absolutely. And I'm so glad that we chose this topic for today on our first ever showing of The Awakening. But we have something else in store for you. So we're going to pause right now and we're going to give you a taste of our Artist of the Month.
The Marvel Now Network proudly presents Blaze singing his debut song, Moonlight.
I could never seem to do right. So sorry I dropped out, but I really never was a school type. When niggas popped out shit, I try to give them the cool type. They want a motherfucking fool, right? Mama, please tonight. Pray that your son find a new life. Cause I could never seem to do right. See, they got me fucked up, I'm a renegade, but the smooth type. Yeah, you might be crazy gone if you think I'm fit for a new life. Baby, I know how to move like I should clutching on the tools tight. Bringing underneath the moonlight. I remember days that wasn't that well. And all the things we did for the come up. Never forget the way the crack sell. Nigga, I done seen the fiends on the hunt for. Never forget the way the crack smell. Things family do the worst for I could taste it when I exhale. This shit was everywhere. Heavy stepping on shit, ain't no walking light. Looked at my chin for a heart, found a block of ice. Through eyes of God, I ain't walking right. I ain't turning to the type of man that my mama like. Don't need to know what a son is like. I see death around the corner, hope he don't come tonight. All I can ask of my mama is pray for your son tonight. Because shit is real. So you can find me in the field. Equipped with a weapon, can't give haters leverage. I see niggas dying in the field. So I stay away from busters, cause most of these others acting like they trying to get killed. Play with me and I'm busting, ain't going for nothing. It's nothing to slide to where you live. And I don't wanna do it, but Lord, I will. I can never seem to do right. So sorry I dropped out, but I really never was a school type. When niggas popped out shit, I try to give them the cool type. They want a motherfucking fool, right? Mama, please tonight. Pray that your son find a new life. Cause I could never seem to do right. See, they got me fucked up, I'm a renegade, but the smooth type. Yeah, you might be crazy gone if you think I'm fit for a new life. Baby, I know how to move like I should clutching on the tools tight. Bringing underneath the moonlight. So I stick to myself. No help, niggas put you through hell. Snakes in your business, you'll fail. End up in jail. Fuck around with some niggas that's frail. Oh, hating ass niggas gon' tell. Now you stuck in the cell. Praying somebody gon' help. Now you gotta do for yourself. Fuck them, stay true to yourself. What the OG told me before we die farewell. How can I do right when no one believe in me? Everyone's leaving me, next will be you, right? Oh, I keep a heat with me, won't, but I easily run up and you die. Cause when you come from nothing with nothing to nothing, there's nothing to lose, right? You know you fucking with a fool, right? So you can find me in the field. Strap for protection, it ain't no more help, and I'm selfish, fuck trying to keep it real. Niggas don't mean you no good. See all these motherfuckers grind me where I live. Gotta pray for my brother stuck up in the jungle. We out here, we riding till the wheels fall off. I don't think that they ever never seem to do right. So sorry I dropped out, but I really never was a school type. When niggas popped out shit, I try to give them the cool type. They want a motherfucking fool, right? Mama, please tonight. Pray that your son find a new life. Cause I can never seem to do right. See, they got me fucked up, I'm a renegade, but the smooth type. Yeah, you might be crazy gone if you think I'm fit for a new life. Baby, I know how to move like I should clutching on the tools tight. Bringing underneath the moonlight.
Welcome back. Welcome back. That was
That was good, right?
That was a great performance.
Yes.
Blaze.
Blaze. Y'all better remember that name.
Y'all remember that name. That was just a
Moonlight.
showcase, yes, for the Moonlight.
Yes.
Speaking of Moonlight, sometimes when I know I need to make a tough decision, I'll get by myself and I'll go outside and I'll watch them stars and I'll look at that moonlight because it empowers me and it lets me know there's something greater than me. So I tune into that and I say, help me with this decision that I have to make. What's something that you may do when you know you need to make a very pertinent and important decision that's going to have major ramifications on everything that's around you? How do you kind of go about doing that?
Well, the first thing, as you said, is always going to be with prayer. I'm gonna seek the answers that I'm asking, right? As a good book says, you ask, right? You knock, right? And you seek. So I'm going to do those things. But in the wisdom that he gives, one thing that I always try to do is think about the total path of start. I will go down the path and connect the different chains as I come through crossroads, right?
Okay.
So it's not only that I'm making what some would say a linear decision, but that linear decision may branch off into other avenues, right?
Yes.
And so I'd make another decision inside that decision,
Yes.
right? So when I say I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it like this, and I've decided that's what it's going to be. And speaking of that, the real big reason that we want to make sure that we're bringing this to you, talking about decisions, is like I alluded to in a monologue, is that when you make a decision, stick with your decision.
Stand on it.
Stand on your decision. See it through. Because we get plenty of people that make decisions or make a choice, I call it at that moment, to do something and never follow it through. Or they get all the way up to the horizon of it and they quit, not knowing that just over that hillside
was the
answer and
yes.
everything that they needed.
Yes.
So
yes.
we hope and we pray that you guys understand where we're coming from when it comes to making decisions. For you young folks out there, this is really for you to hone in on, to understand that you do have the power and the will and desire, should you choose it, to make good, proper decisions. We look forward to giving you more and more content right here on this station on the Marvel Night Network, welcoming you all to The Awakening.
The Awakening.
Hi, I'm Karen of Karen Cares, and we hope that you have enjoyed the Marvel Night Network season opener. We are looking forward to an exciting year, and we would like you to know more about our community involvement and charity work that we do. As the Director of Philanthropy and Community Engagement, it is my job to support our communities through our and your personal donations. If you would like to help build this network and support our communities, you can donate on our website, which is www.marvelnotnetwork.com. You can also support us through the purchasing of our merchandise on our website as well. Again, thank you for your support of the Marvel Night Network. Real people, real shows, real results.
Remember to like, share, and subscribe.